This is your video orientation to LJS 232 from the Schoenberg collection in the Kislak Center in the University of Pennsylvania Libraries. This is a treatise by Benedetto Varchi on a mathematical game that's played on a chessboard with chess pieces. So there are diagrams that we'll see in the manuscript. Let's see if I can find one really quickly. So here's an example. This is one that's actually loose in the book. But there are other ones that sort of come up. The text itself is in the form of a dialogue, so there are actually characters who are sort of talking back and forth about how they play this game. But there's a lot going on in this manuscript, and I actually want to start here. So it has a parchment wrapper. So this parchment wrapper, we pull this off, and you can see it's coming apart from the text block. So we can get a good look at the structure of this manuscript. So you can see the quires, which are basically, it's sheets of folded, in this case paper, sometimes parchment, folded paper that are then sewn together. And you can see there are these leather cords that the quires are sewn onto, and then they're sewn together there. So that's an interesting look at the structure of the book there. So we'll set that back in these parchment wrappers. The manuscript was written using an ink that has oxidized. And so what that means is it's basically eating the paper away. So it isn't so bad sort of right here, but you can see the text is coming through the other side of the paper, and that's what's happening. And what it means is that where there's a lot of ink, so where there are these diagrams, they're really fragile and coming apart. So you can see this has actually been mended. So the whole thing was coming up off the page, and it's been mended, but parts of it are still sort of coming apart, so we won't focus on that too much. This is in an italic script, and we actually know who wrote the book because he told us. He's given us his name up here. Let's see, on the third page. Oop. Here we go. And his name is Marciano de Marciani. So Marciano de Marciani has written this book here. The parchment wrappers themselves, you can see, have a lot going on. They were reused, which is really typical. So there was a big sheet of parchment that had some stuff written on it, and they decided that it was more important to make a wrapper for this book. So that's what's going on there. If you'd like to find out more about LJS 232, you can go to Pen in Hand, where there's a complete description and also a digital facsimile of the manuscript. And this has been your video orientation to LJS 232.